Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is have an idea of what pictures you want to use for your thumbnail. And then we're just going to go and open our file browser here, and I'm going to pull up a screenshot that I took off of my Xbox Series X from my game. And if you don't know how to do that, just ask. I'll let you know how you can do that right through Xbox on your controller. So we're just going to make this full screen here. And I'm going to crop in on the picture that I want because this is from the game and it's in a menu and I don't want all this other stuff in my thumbnail. So we'll just do that. We're going to go up here and we don't want to save. That'll replace our original image just in case we mess up. So we'll do save as a copy. We're going to rename this. And let's just go with Elite Wraith. So now that we have that, we're going to just stay in here. We're going to click on Edit in the top left corner. Then we're going to click on Remove Background. And all of this software is built into Windows. So if you have Windows, it's there. You can do it. So it shows the area that we're going to remove. Now, sometimes there can be other things in that image that it has a hard time removing, so we can fix that later. So we just do a generalized remove. Again, we're going to save as copy. We can overwrite the original one that we did. It'll ask us, yes, we'll replace it because we don't really care about that one. And now we've got our image with the background removed. But see, it's got kind of a whitish outline, and almost all images that you do this with are going to have this white outline. So we'll go in here. We're going to find where it saved it. Okay, here it is. And we're going to right click and open with Paint, which you should also have with Windows, and it also costs nothing. So once Paint's open, we're going to zoom in on the right with the little magnifying glass, and we're going to select our tool, which is the eraser. And since it has a transparent background, it's going to erase it to the transparent background. So we adjust our size of our eraser and our drawing here, or our image, just so we can zoom in closely so we can get rid of that. And you don't have to be real precise here. You just hold down the right mouse button, start erasing. If you mess up, you can undo in the top corner. There's a little spot to go back, but you just go around the whole image. You don't have to be super precise. Just make sure to grab anything and erase it, anything major that stands out. And this is going to take some time to go around the image. This is has quite a bit of outline here, so we'll just keep working here. I need a little bit smaller here on my eraser size for this little part here, just so we don't get too much on the inside edge erased. And we'll just scroll up a little bit. This is one of the things I was talking about that you don't need. We'll just get rid of that. That was part of the image, but it won't matter for our thumbnail. And again, thumbnails are small, so when you see them, you know, that's why it's a thumbnail. So a lot of this is not going to matter, but if you pasted this into your image over your background, it would be very, very noticeable, the white outline, but you could still do it. Again, it's a thumbnail, so it wouldn't look too noticeable, but when you start putting like pictures of people, like a lot of times I'll do one of me like reacting or something like that, or like I'll do one in like a funny way. And again, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. I'm sure there's AI tools that will remove a background for you probably perfectly and make this the edge of this like perfect and like 3D looking and all of that. But this is without, we're doing this without using any additional software. So you don't have to download anything. That program that we use to remove the background, that comes with Windows. That's just the Windows photo tool. And Paint comes with Windows. You might have to install it, but it's a free download, and that's what we're doing this in right here. And then when we get into put together all of the components of our actual thumbnail image and our text and everything, that's going to be a free program too, and it's really cool. I'll show you when we get there. It's what I use pretty much for all of my stuff, and there is a subscription that you can do on it, but the free one allows you to do 3 downloads a day. So as long as you make sure, and I used it that way for a long time, as long as you make sure to there's a little area I got to touch up here, down here, and just I was saying, I've used it that way for a long time. Just make sure that you maximize your 3 a day. And I mean, pretty much most people aren't uploading 3 videos a day. That's a lot of editing. I mean, some people do, but for the most part, if you're just doing your own content, unless you like actually do this for a living for other people, you're not going to need that 3 downloads a day. Just make sure that you maximize what you're doing. Make sure that you're happy with the thumbnail image before you download it, and before you change anything, and you're good to go. And just keep going and working our way around here. And like I said, you don't have to be super precise. Sometimes I'll come in a little too far, and that's okay. As long as it's not like major, it's not going to be noticeable in that thumbnail. And this guy has all these little spikes here, which are kind of a pain. And you can think of this too, if you're a gamer, this is like helping with your mouse hand-eye coordination too, because you're like basically like moving your mouse around like in tiny pixels. So it's good for that. It will actually translate well to your mouse aim if you play on keyboard and mouse, which I don't. I play on controller. And if you wanted more accuracy with this, you could use a Wacom, something like that. I have one that I used to do pixel art with that hardly ever gets used now, because pixel art's kind of obsolete unless there's mobile and stuff like that. Okay, so we'll just clean up a little bit over here, and let's look. Okay, so we went around the whole image here. Let's just look and see. There's a little touch up here. Just look and see if anything jumps out before you back out there. Okay, now we gotta go over here to the other side and do this one. And I purposely kind of picked this image because there's a lot going on here. So you can see, like, even with a lot going on, you'll see how it looks when we bring it into our thumbnail. Ooh, that's tedious right there. All right, we'll just come around the bend here, clean this up, and keep going. Watch this inside edge so we don't come in too far. And like I said, if you randomly make sure to take your finger off of the erase button on your mouse, you can like undo it in groups of when you last held it down and clicked. Which sometimes I get a little zealous and I try to do too much, and then if I make a mistake and accidentally like roll my mouse across the whole image and just like cut it in half, I'm like, oh no, I gotta go and undo. And then when I do, I've held down my mouse button for like 15 minutes, so I gotta go back and fix like 15 minutes of work. And again, this might not, like I was saying, might not be the optimum way to do them, but it's how I do them. So, and again, you could, with not needing any special software or anything, you can do this on pretty much any Windows machine that has the Windows Photo program and the Paint program. This one to clean up. I mean, you could clean it up too with GIMP or something like that. But again, that requires you to download something, and you could use Photoshop. But again, you're going to have to pay for that if you don't already. And if you don't know, like GIMP's a really impressive program that will do all of this and pretty much anything Photoshop will do, and that's completely free. So if you are looking for a program, that's a really good one. But it also brings with it a pretty heavy learning curve if you're not used to using Photoshop or like photo editing programs. So this is kind of nice because you don't need any special knowledge. You don't need a whole bunch of money. You've pretty much got everything right here to do this. And at the end of the day, the outcome of this is going to be, it's going to look fine for what it is. It's a thumbnail. Like, people only look at them for a little bit, and that's kind of your way in on your video. You know, on platforms like YouTube and stuff, people are scrolling, and if they see that thumbnail and they think, hey, this thumbnail, I kind of like it, like, what's this all about? That's kind of the doorway to come in and for somebody to look at your content. We'll just keep these little things out here. This one's really thin, so you gotta be kind of careful. I like to come down instead of go up around. I feel like I can do that easier. And again, like, as you can see, there's some parts that I missed there, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And you can spend more time doing this too if you want than I am. I'm just, you know, kind of doing this fairly quick for the video. You see there, I just came in a little too far, but it'll be okay. You'll see. You will see. We'll leave this little bit up here. I think that's just supposed to be like a little indicator of another spike there that probably got removed with the background tool. And as long as you get most of it, and with that background removal, there's a brush in there too that you can add and remove parts. You can mask them and unmask them, which I didn't really get into, but I feel like it's easier and more precise to do in Paint because the tool doesn't work very well. Like, the edge of it is not actually where it shows you the icon for the edge of the pointer, if that makes sense. We'll just come in here, clean this up. I think once we get down around the corner here, this is gonna be almost good to go. Just come down, go around here. I'll try to go as fast as I can here. And I just wanted to show you this because if you have an image that you want to put into your thumbnail that's not an entire image, or if it's something that, like, because you can make thumbnails, like, you can use AI too to make thumbnails and kind of with the prompts and tell it what you want, but sometimes they don't come out all that, you know, precise, or it might not be something that you want. A lot of times AI will not like give you something like this that's from a game just because of copyright. So it'll give you a warning and say that it can't create something, and then it'll try to interpret it, and sometimes it does a good job, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on what it is. Like, this game is not like super popular, and I mean it's popular, but like in the grand scheme of things, it's not like Spider-Man or something like that. You know, if you wanted AI to make you an image with a Spider-Man like thing. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done here. So we'll just, whoops, a little too far. Okay, we'll just zoom out, and you can see it looks fairly good. This right here, this is not part of our wraith, so we'll just, and that's what I was saying, that background removal tool sometimes misses stuff, so we'll just come in here, come around this, and just erase all of this. We don't need it. I think that was part of the dirt background. Okay, let's see, I'll try to not zoom out too far here. And that's the tool right there to zoom in now. And we'll just go down, and we're gonna save this. Save it as a PNG file. Click save. All right, and remember where you saved it, because you'll need it later. All right, so we'll close this out. We don't need, let's see. Let me think what we're doing. We need, we're gonna need a background image to put this on. So, I mean, you could always go in here and search, but this is the program I use. So I come in here, I use Pixlr, and you can see the website there. It's just pixlr.com, and you want to click that thumbnail that I did, and then image, and you can pause the video if you want to go back and see what I did. And I'm just going to shrink that down because we need a background image. I'm trying to think of what we want to use here. So I have this. Let's click on this. All right. Yeah, I don't know. This is it's kind of busy for a thumbnail. For our background, we don't want it to like, it's okay, you could put text on this, you know, over the top, but it has stuff for the game there, and there's just a lot going on. It's really busy, and I did a screenshot of this earlier thinking maybe I would use some of it, but now that I see it, it's gonna draw too much of our attention away from our actual foreground for our thumbnail. So we'll just close this out. What we can do here, and this is where we can hook in and kind of use some different tools here. So let me see. I'm looking to see if I have anything else we can use, since I'm kind of just doing this on the fly. And I don't. What about this one? Let's see. No, I already used that one. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything here that I've downloaded recently or screen saved that's really gonna work. That's not gonna work either. But these are all screenshots that I took from the game. So as you can see, there's a couple different things. Whoops, that's a video. I guess I should have prepared a little bit more for this. Okay, well, let's just let's go out of here and let's get on the internet, back to Pixlr. And you could do this, you could search, and we'll just search for a free desert background. Okay, and you have some different options here. The problem is with, if you're doing this, is most all of these have some sort of copyright, or they want you to mention you know, where you got the image from, and so you would have to include that into your description. And even if you type in free, like, see, it has, these are sites like paid sites. So we're just gonna go, we're gonna use AI. Let's go into ChatGPT. We'll pull it up. It's a simple enough background. We'll see what we can get it. You want to note your size here of what you want your image to ask ChatGPT for our thumbnail, which is we'll just do make me a background image in the style of the game Atlas Fallen that is mainly desert landscape. And we can resize it too. So you could tell ChatGPT your size if you wanted to. I'll put it in a 1280 by 720 format because that's our thumbnail size. And let's see what it gives us. Now we just have to wait. And I think ChatGPT, I think will let you have like 3 images a day, maybe, unless you're a paid member. Okay, here's your desert landscape background in the style of Atlas Fallen. If you'd like adjustments. Okay, that seems a little too bright for it. Seems too busy. It's a nice image, and we could add this in. See, now that we have it saved, we can just add this in. But the image itself, I'm thinking, you know, about putting our stuff over the top of it. Let's pull up our Wraith here. Where did I put that? Here's one. This is one that I did already, and fixed the background. Yeah, see, it makes our image. And you can move these around and resize them and everything in Pixlr, but I don't know, that background is too good. It makes our Wraith look too washed out. So it's just, can you give me one that's flatter with less, let me think, what will ChatGPT understand? Yeah, less mountains. We want more sky. We want it not as a little less vibrant. That one's very vibrant in color. That's what I meant by flatter. Because we don't want our images to like disappear in the background or to look like super washed out. And when you're making thumbnails, less is always more. Okay, this is good. This will work. It doesn't really look a lot like the game, but that's okay. People will get to the gist. Okay, so you can just go over here to your layer, delete, go to the 3 lines here. Okay, so we add a layer, we select our image, we're gonna select our new background here. There it is. Okay, and there we have it. So now we can add another layer and we can add our Wraith on top of it. You just select image. And again, you can slow down the video or pause it if you wanna, if you're following along with this. Let's see, where did I put that other one? In here. Okay, this is the one that we just did the outline. See it? You can resize it just by on the corner, clicking on the corner like that and dragging it. And then you can move, once you resize it, you can move it around. So we'll put him, I'm gonna put him out here so he looks like he's coming up kind of out of the sand, like in the game. That's good. Add another layer, go into image, select our image, open. Okay, it's huge. Go to the corner, drag it down, resize it. We'll place him. Yeah, see, when you get too many together, too many things, it gets kind of messed up. So not sure where we're gonna place him just yet, but I want him this direction, I think. Maybe not. It's just, yeah, let's just plop him down there for now. Make him a little bigger. And you can move things around really easy. And this is a website. This is just, it's a web page. So let's add another layer here. This is going to be a text layer. So over here you can select your font, and the ones with the little crown are for an insanely paid like subscription thing. If you do the basic, you don't get access to those either. So, but there's tons of fonts to pick from. So this Arctic one looks basically like the one that's for the game. So it's good. We don't have to scroll through all of them. And we need to lock our other layer, because if you forget, once you place your layers and you know where you want them, you need to lock them. Otherwise, you'll be accidentally dragging them around. Okay, so we got our text layer. We'll just place it there. That's good. And now let's make a duplicate on the 3 lines. Go down to duplicate layer. Okay. And you'll see over here, we have 2 of them. So the top one we're going to lock, and we're going to come down to our bottom one. We're going to change the color to black because we want a drop shadow here. And we'll just pull it down to the corner here. Okay, that's good. Okay, not bad. So now we'll add another layer here that is going to be an image, and it is going to be, do I have an image I can use? Let me look. Yeah, let's use this one. So we're gonna put me in here. And sometimes you gotta be careful when you're resizing the images if they get huge like this, because sometimes they can get distorted, like this one is right now. But we'll fix that here in a minute. See, I'm super thin here. Yeah, we'll just pull the bottom over. We'll mess around with this till we get it to about the size that we want and right. Okay, that looks about the thickness of me. Let's lock our, oh, I did lock that. Let's lock our drop shadow so we don't accidentally grab that and move it. Okay. Get us resized. Still looks a little odd to me. Let's see, maybe like that. We'll get us down. Oops. Right about there. Wait a minute. I accidentally just hit the wrong thing and deleted it. And now with my scroll wheel, I'm messing up the zoom in. Okay. Okay, I don't know what I did there, but that's all right. Accidentally hit delete on it. It's not what I wanted to do. And our picture felt very misshapen there. So again, we'll just drag this down to resize it. And once we get it small enough to manage, that's tilt if you ever want to like tilt an image too. A lot of times you'll want to do that with text. Oops. Let's get this a manageable size. Okay, here we go. Now we can kind of get it to where it should be. It's like a circus fun house. Like the mirrors. Okay. Let's not lock our layer. Okay. I don't know. That's not bad. That looks about right. Let's just get us right there. We can have that wraith like over our shoulder. Still feels a little weird, like the aspect ratio got messed up. So I'm just gonna play with it a little bit till I'm happy with it. And again, it's gonna be small because it's a thumbnail. So when you're doing this full screen, it looks a lot different than it's going to be when people actually see it, because they're not gonna be looking at it normally full screen. Excuse me. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's add some more text here for our video. And let's see, I have this font. This is, and you can add in your own fonts. This is a font that I downloaded that I actually use this for Fortnite a lot, because it kind of matches the thumbnails and stuff for that game. So we'll just Insane Wraith Battles. We'll drag this down here. That should be good. We should make a copy of this, duplicate, lock that, and then go to the copy it made, and we need to unlock it, and then we'll pick our color, black, and we'll do our drop shadow there. Just gives it a little bit of 3D effect. Okay, let's see. How do I want this? Yeah, I think like that. That's not bad. All right, let's add some more here. We'll add something funny in here. So I have some lightning. And I use this lightning a lot. This is like kind of a standard little effect that a lot of Fortnite creators use in their thumbnails. We'll put this lightning down here. Let's get it a little bigger. Drag it around. You can see like you can just layer up like whatever you want here. Hopefully we're not getting too busy with this lightning, but if we are, that's okay. Not a big deal. So let's lock that. And let's resize that a tiny bit because I accidentally think I drug that. That still looks a little weird. That's better. Weird to me. Put us right. Come on. Right there. It's not bad. All right, let's go and add another layer. Image. Let's add a corner graphic. Okay, so we can flip this. You can flip it horizontal and you can flip it vertically. So, and all this is, it's a little white corner graphic that I made. I have a black one too somewhere that you can use too, and it's half of it. The other part's all transparent, but we'll just resize this and get it in the corner. But it just adds a little effect, and then you can put some text in there if you want. Whatever you want to do, you can layer things into it, so it just adds to that 3D effect, kind of. And you can make one of these yourself in pretty much any paint or drawing program. All right, let's what do we want here? No, let's do text, a text layer, and let's go for red so it's visible. And we are gonna put this is tips and tricks. Okay, do we like that font? Let's look and see what we have here. See if there's anything else. Yeah, I could use the Arctic one, I guess. Okay, so that's how you turn it, I was saying, with that little handle. So we'll get this turned. We'll just shrink it down. And I want this to be in the corner. And I want it to be on top of, yeah, like that. Actually, I'm not liking that. Let's see. Let's just shrink it down a little more. We'll get it moved up. There we go. And we'll lock that layer so we don't move it, and we'll duplicate it. Let's select a, oops, let's drag that down. Let's select a different color here and see if it makes this jump out a little bit. I think it's this one. Sometimes it gets kind of hard to tell with the text which layer you're on, so I'm looking over there to see which one had the color, and I need to lock that and lock that. Unlock this one so we can drag it Okay, so that just adds a little bit of flare here. And then, do we want yellow? We could do blue. Or black. Gray, blue, and you can kind of see, and you can pick a custom color too up above there if you want, but I'm just gonna go with whatever is here. I think I'll just go with the black. It's gonna be so small anyways, it'll be hard to see anything else. So, and let's just merge that down because I want to move those two. So if we get them together, we can move it a little bit because I still think it needs to change a little bit. Maybe we got to unlock that, and you can merge. Yeah, see there, we can drag it because you can like merge two layers into one, so you can drag this like anywhere. See, but and you can resize it too once we get it all in one thing, and that's got the drop shadow and everything, so you don't have to mess around. And then there's a whole bunch of other effects you can use too with your text. There's like, I'm not going to get into them, but I'm just kind of showing you like you can adjust the color. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that you can do here. And it works better on, like, of course, this text is so small, it's not going to do a lot to it. Because, like, there's an auto pop thing that makes it pop a little more, which you can't tell at this size that it did much. And there's just some different things. And you can pretty much do these on any layer that you put on there. There's AI tools. There's some other, like, pre-made texts that you can put on here. So, bunch of different things. You can adjust everything in here. You can add filters, effects. So it's a full-fledged photo editor, pretty much very similar to like Photoshop and stuff. And see, there's a swirl, there's an enlarge, there's all of these. Pretty much anything that you would need to do, you can resize those effects once you put them on there. And you can see it's not doing much to our text on there because I think it's so small, it's not going to do anything. And then they have different effects you can place on top of them. And there's even AI in here too that you can use if you want. And these just slide around, so very, very easy to do, but we're not going to use any of these, so we'll just cancel out. I just wanted to show you guys like how much you can do in here. And again, this is just in your browser, so not even using, you know, very much system resources at all, which is nice. I mean, you could be making a thumbnail like on a Chromebook. All right, so you just go down to save here. We're gonna save it as a PNG and make sure transparent is hit and save as. Excuse me. Atlas thumbnail. And that's it. That's our thumbnail. That's all finished up. And then all we have to do is upload it and put it on our video. So that's it, guys. That's the tutorial for today, and had fun kind of showing you guys how to do that, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great week.